Tonight, this year marks the 100th anniversary of the Duluth lynchings, and now city councilors are asking the state to pay tribute to the 3 men killed.
Plus, the search is underway for a new school superintendent, and the Duluth community is weighing in.
But first, we're hearing from 2 local basketball players who say while they never met him, Kobe Bryant left a lasting impact on their lives.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. The investigation is ongoing tonight into what caused a helicopter to go down in California, killing 9 people, including NBA superstar Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter.
They're looking for any clues that could explain why the chopper slammed into a hillside in foggy weather. The pilot was in contact with air traffic controllers just before the crash. Flight track records show the helicopter was circling for about 12 minutes over the Glendale area. The FAA says the pilot was instrument rated, meaning he was qualified to fly in worse than normal conditions.
Kobe touched millions of people, those he met and those who he never came in contact with.
And that is also the case for 2 Northlanders rooted in the basketball community. CBS3's Ryan Campo has more.
I think everybody pretty much remembers where they were when they found out Kobe Bryant is no longer with us.
When news broke Sunday that Kobe Bryant was one of the several killed in a helicopter crash, including his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, many didn't know how to comprehend it.
I was just in, shock. I didn't think it was you. Because, to think that he died in a helicopter crash, it's how does that happen to him out of all people?
Kobe played his entire 20-year career with the Los Angeles Lakers. He retired in 2016, a 5-time NBA champion, 2-time Finals MVP, and the all-time leading scorer in Lakers franchise history. His Mamba mentality is one that Sparks Academy, a basketball program in the Twin Ports, strives to see every day from their players.
And that culture is what we try to instill here with the kids. So I think Kobe, what really hits home with people is he was the iconic figure. He was the symbol of what America really is about. And what youth sports can be about, what professional sports should be about, and everything, off the court as well.
For Johnson, who is an AAU player like Gianna was, says traveling all the time, something like this hits close to home.
My sister and my dad were just driving home yesterday from a tournament. Me and my mom were in a different car. And, I can't imagine them, not coming home one day after a basketball tournament.
Now, it remains unclear how long the investigation into what caused Kobe's helicopter to crash will take, but it could be several days.
Let's head over to Dave for a quick look at the weather here. Those clouds are still sticking around, huh, Dave?
And they're going to stick around, even though there's a weak high-pressure system nosing around, but it just doesn't have the nerve to get up the guts to say, get out of here, clouds. Well, it's also being crossed over by low pressure from the west that's trying to keep the clouds up, and there's a low departing to the east, so there's 2 lows working against the high. And bottom line is it's going to be cloudy with a chance for some flurries, maybe for some towns tonight, and then a reappearance come tomorrow. So our day planner for tomorrow, it says mostly cloudy in the morning, with the morning start around 13 in the Twin Ports, single digits towards the Iron Range, and maybe 15 or so Wisconsin. Finishing temperatures, lower 20s for most towns, and then that flurry chance comes around. Frankly, I don't think this round is going to stick around, but a couple more chances will be coming as the next 7 days unfold, and we'll unfold that forecast for you in more detail coming up later on here in the newscast.
All right, thanks, Dave. The Duluth School Board is searching for a new superintendent. Today, a consulting firm helping the board spent the day listening to parents and other community groups about what they would like to see in a new school leader. CBS3's John Cardinelli was at the parents' meeting and has the story.
An active listener and a track record of success. That's what dozens of parents said they'd like to see in the next Duluth superintendent.
The ability to communicate with others very well, will be a good listener, have an equity mindset.
Parents met at Denfeld High School Monday evening to meet with district consultants. The firm led conversations all day with different groups to really capture what the community as a whole would like to see in a new leader.
We are so thankful to have their expertise and their skills to help us kind of gather all of this community input and then create what looks like a leadership profile.
The leadership profile will narrow down superintendent candidates from around the country who reflect what the community wants.
So we just need someone to take the action, to take us serious, and to really be about educating our children. And not just the east side or the west side, but every student need to succeed.
School board member Jill Lofald says that aligns with what they are looking for.
Well, I think we're really looking for someone who embraces the vision that all children can succeed. I think we're looking for really the next generation of superintendents, someone that really sees the need for a leader that understands children of today.
Now, if you missed this chance to give feedback, there will be other opportunities during the search. The board hopes to have a candidate chosen by April.
Meanwhile, city leaders hope the state will help recognize the 100-year anniversary of A Dark Day in Duluth. Tonight, the City Council voted to approve the city's 2020 legislative priorities. Among those is a statewide ask for recognition to pay tribute to the lynchings of 3 black men accused of raping a white woman and later hung in downtown Duluth. This June marks a century since Elias Clayton, Elmer Jackson, and Isaac McGee were hung. Duluth's human rights officer says it's an important history lesson.
The importance of the Clayton-Jackson McGee Memorial, the importance of the Day of Remembrance, and more importantly, the importance of the discussion and the history lesson about lynching. I think it's an opportunity on a state level. It just widens the perception and the narrative of what happened here in Duluth, Minnesota.
The city is doing its own events to pay tribute to that day. Also during tonight's council meeting, the demolition of the Pastorate Terrace, known as the Cozy Building, could be on hold for 6 to 12 months. The city had a contract with Rachel Contracting, LLC, for the demolition of the building. Tonight, the council sent that contract back to administration. A district court ruled a stay on the demolition pending an appeal from the former owner of the building. Officials say it could take up to a year before the teardown could be approved. The demolition of the Cozy has been faced with legal battles for several years.
The man who admitted to intentionally driving his car into the Kettle River, killing his passenger, has pleaded guilty. Preston Prokaski of Willow River faced 2 felony charges of criminal vehicular operation. He pleaded guilty on Friday. Prokaski admitted to driving into the river on September 16th, killing 47-year-old Eugene Ostreich. He also reportedly admitted to using meth before the incident. Prokaski is scheduled to be sentenced in April.
A former Ashland police officer who admitted to driving off in someone's car after a night of drinking pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor charge. According to court documents, the incident happened in April of 2019. A gas station surveillance camera showed Officer Ty Juani pull up in a stolen car. Court records show he later told investigators he was out for a night of drinking, didn't remember taking the vehicle, and woke up the next morning in an alley. The DA charged him with misdemeanor driving without the owner's consent, also known as joyriding. Today, Juani pleaded no contest. In exchange, the incident won't go on his criminal record so long as he follows certain conditions for 1 year, which includes treatment. He retired from the Ashland Police Department before charges were filed against him. It's unclear how this plea deal impacts his pension.
An update to a story we brought you earlier today. We're learning a 14-year-old is in custody and facing charges after a stabbing in 2 harbors. The teen, who is not being named because they are a juvenile, allegedly stabbed a girl Sunday afternoon. He is now facing a second-degree assault charge. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Authorities say the people involved knew each other and the public is not in danger. No word yet on a court date.
Test results came back negative for 2 Minnesotans who had symptoms of coronavirus. The 2 patients were asked to isolate themselves at home pending their results. At this point, 5 cases of coronavirus have been confirmed in the U.S. At least 110 patients are being monitored. Minnesota state health officials say providers across the state are urged to report any possible cases of the virus. It will now be easier for everyone to experience the Lake Superior Zoo. Duluth's zoo is the first sensory-inclusive zoo in Minnesota. To get that title, medical professionals trained zoo staff on how to recognize guests with sensory needs and how to handle a sensory overload situation. You can now find sensory bags with noise-canceling headphones, fidget tools, verbal cue cards, and weighted lap pads on the zoo grounds. They hope it will help any guests who may be overwhelmed by the environment.
We want all people to be able to visit the zoo no matter what their needs are, and so this is just one small thing we can do to help ensure that they have a great time while they're visiting.
The organization Culture City helped make this program possible.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, we're hearing from the top 3 finishers in the John Bear Grease 120-mile race on their journey to the finish line.
Record low temp today. It's 33 below from back in 1885. Tomorrow morning may be a bit brisk up north of Duluth here, but not 33 below. Is this warm spell still continuing despite low temps like that? Frankly, I think it will, and we'll show you for how long with our 7-day forecast in a minute or two.
When other diets don't work, lose up to 1 pound of fat a day with Healthy Systems USA.
Hi, my name is Carol, and I started Healthy Systems USA 60 days ago, and I'm down 30 pounds.
Order online or call us today.
Do you know what the U of M does for you? From wastewater to surface water and Minnetonka to Superior. Discover how the University of Minnesota is protecting our state's most precious resource.
Save big money in all of your home improvement projects now at Menards. Nobody beats our selection of indoor lighting. Design your unique look with Hunter Mix and Match lamps and shades. Choose from over 250 combinations on sale. Right now, all in-stock Hunter ceiling fans are on sale. Get a 52-inch LED low-profile ceiling fan. It's perfect for large rooms and is available in 4 finishes. Get one for just $79.99 each. Right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
You already know that Cary Toyota in Superior is a great place to buy and service your vehicle, but we have a lot more to offer every driver and not just people with Toyotas. We have the Yakima line of products for the adventure seekers, including roof racks, bike and kayak racks, and cargo carriers. We also have running boards, bed steps, and Access brand tonneau covers like I put on my truck. And for those of you who like a clean vehicle, we have professional detailing services and all-weather floor liners from Toyota and WeatherTech. Cary Toyota in Superior, we have something for every driver.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Years fly by. Your retirement date keeps getting closer. Rather than spending another year worrying about retirement, get a second opinion on your financial strategy. Let us answer your questions and show you how tax reduction strategies can benefit your retirement. Go to MPPLFinancial.com to download our free tax reduction checklist. Then call MPPL Financial this week for a complimentary second opinion consultation. A second opinion could be your best 2020 financial investment.
When other diets don't work, lose up to 1 pound of fat a day with Healthy Systems USA.
My name is Brandon, and I lost 20 pounds. I didn't even feel hungry. I would definitely recommend Healthy Systems USA.
Order online or call us today.
CBS 3 weather is brought to you by Cary Toyota.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
All right, a quick look at the almanac. Today says we had a high temp of 24. Normal is 20. So that warm spell that we've had for a while, it dialed back a little bit today and should step down into the single digits tomorrow for at least a few towns north of Duluth. But once we get towards midweek, I think it's going to start to warm up again towards about 30 degrees, at least for the next couple of days. Let's take a look now at high temperatures that did come around today. And yeah, if the normal high temp is around 20, half of our region seems to have beaten that like the last few days. And a portion, though, to the northwest didn't quite get there. Big Fork 19 or 19. International Falls 18, but it did strike 24 degrees in Hermantown, 28 in Superior and Hayward and Ashland, and 30 degrees for the folks in Ironwood. Along with these temperatures that are going a little bit topsy-turvy, warmer during the day and maybe cooler at night, well, we've got a little bit of snow trying to come down, and it looks like the folks in Ely have received some here recently. The streets of Sheridan here, yeah, looking a little bit snow-covered, but not drastically so. Current temp at the airport in Duluth, it's 14. Clouds are on the increase, of course, because we've got a persistent pair of low-pressure systems that have been just lurking around, not really bringing us big snows, but enough to keep the clouds going. Relative humidity is 88%, and our barometric pressure is 30.14. And now looking at current temperatures, We have 14 International Falls and 13 in Grand Rapids. A little bit cooler towards Hibbing, Nashwauk, Keewatin, up to Vermilion Range as well. Silver Bay 12, Moose Lake 18, 19 Superior and Solon Springs, 20s from Hayward up to Ashland, and then 19 to 24 in the Upper Peninsula. So again, tomorrow and maybe the next day, Wednesday, we'll have slightly warmer than normal daytime highs and slightly brisk morning lows until that warm spell takes over once again. All right, any big snows taking over here tonight in our region? Well, the clouds are there, but not too much in the way of precip. Looks like in the past 4 hours have been a couple of little stray blips here in central parts of St. Louis County, a little bit here in Ontario, not too far away from Thunder Bay, and precious little then for the rest of our region. And I don't think that's going to change too much here tonight. And again, the situation shows higher pressure to the north, lower pressure to the east and to the west, and none of them really close to our region, so we're not getting snows like a low would bring or a clear sky like a high would bring. We're getting the in-between action here. Well, the in-between action tomorrow, in conjunction with the high spinning winds off the lake here, we could have a couple of flurries in our region, and maybe the lead edges of these lows will help aid and abet that. Not much coming tomorrow, though. 30% chance for the flurries. Maybe a couple more chances, though, for the week ahead, and we'll show you with our 7-day forecast. Tonight, Minnesota low temps go as cool as 6 up north to as warm as 14 by the lake. Mostly cloudy skies, slight chance for flurries. Flurries are a little more likely towards the upper peninsula than in Wisconsin, and the low temps there, mid to upper teens. Daytime highs, Wisconsin, Michigan tomorrow, mid to upper 20s with a 40% flurry chance, especially in the afternoon. Minnesota's chance is 30% in the afternoon and evening with highs 21 inland, 25 by the lake. And with our extended forecast, really no big changes from what we've had for several days. Gray sky for 6 of the 7 days ahead. Temperatures near 30 for about half of the forecast period here. And as far as the snow goes, if that 30% shot Tuesday doesn't pay off, Tony and Kristen, well then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, there's another chance for light snows. And finally, for sun seekers, maybe a bit of brightness in the sky next Sunday.
I can feel the vitamin D shortage in my blood,
You know, I
Dave.
can too.
Just need that sun.
Well, maybe you better get some vitamin D milk.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Dave.
Mushers competing in the Bear Grease 120 Sled Dog Marathon crossed the finish line early this morning in Finland, Minnesota. And get this, the top 3 finalists were all women.
CBS3's Caitlin Moffat spoke with them about their journey through the Northland and brings us their story.
The mushers for the Bear Grease 120 took off on Sunday at Billy's Bar in Duluth, making their way up to Finland. A race mushers have been practicing all year for.
It was really fun to see the dogs do their thing.
Weather conditions played a big role this year compared to others, as mushers say it was one of the more mild races, and keeping their dogs hydrated and cool was top priority.
Hydration and nutrition is really important, and also a lot of times you see dog booties on dogs' feet in races like this. We had stuff for their feet, but not the booties to protect their feet. They dump heat out of their feet, so having the booties off for us helped keep them a little cooler.
First place winner Erin Schuweiler, who completed the race in just over 9 hours, managed to keep the lead the whole time.
Made sure that the dogs got really good rest at that second checkpoint and had a good enough third leg to stay in first.
Erin, a seasoned veteran, said she felt the pressure to perform well, seeing her mother-in-law Martha Schuweiler is a 4-time Bear Grease 120 champion.
This is my first year, so I got married last year at Bear Grease, so it's my first year as like the whole Schuweiler family. Chad and Martha have been quite the dynamic duo for years, so it was kind of nerve-wracking to be on the runners of a really, really good team.
Rita Wessler came in second place. She had a bit different experience as she was in third most of the way, right on the heels of second. On the final stretch, her dogs were able to pull through with all they had to give.
When I left the third checkpoint, I told my handler the only thing I wanted from the race was for my dog team to come back, like my fast, really, and they were incredible.
A finish that meant a lot for Wessler.
Because I've been around the Bear Grease for 25 plus years, it was really, I was almost crying at the finish line. It meant a lot to me. I mean, I've never finished higher than 4th in this race.
This year's Bear Grease's top 3 were all women, and the mushers agreed it was really special to see.
I think it's wonderful to see, you know, the women mushers out there and competing one-on-one, you know, equal playing field, totally, and it's really fun.
No matter the place the mushers finish, the experience of racing through the Northland is what it's all about.
It's a really amazing experience. I feel so proud to be part of it.
The 300-mile marathon is still in progress, with mushers expected to cross the finish line Tuesday evening. You can track their status on their website, beargrease.com.
The Arrowhead 135 started today. Race organizers say it's one of the 50 hardest races on Earth. Here's a look at this morning's race start, which officially began at 7 a.m. Check out our website. Oh, here we go. We're back at it. All right. So people who do this race run, bike, or cross-country ski from International Falls to Fortune Bay Casino, a 135-mile race. Absolutely incredible.
More commitment than I have. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, Wisconsin's governor is signing an executive order which he says will bring integrity back to elections. More on the People's Maps Commission after the break.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Toyota. Presidential award-winning service. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler. KohlerToyota.com.
Dear road rivals, charging extra for Apple CarPlay? Not in my lane. To get Apple CarPlay in a Honda CR-V can cost a lot more. In a RAV4, it's standard. Get with it, RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Carrie Harris, owner of Diabetic and Comfort Shoes. We have been in business in the Northland helping you with your everyday foot problems stemming from diabetes to plantar fasciitis for the past 17 years. Stop in and see the complete line of men's and women's shoes, from SAS to Allegria to Vionic, for those millions of people battling plantar fasciitis. And we still have a great selection of comfortable shoes for diabetics, Medicare and Minnesota healthcare approved. Remember, no foot problem is too big or too small. We'll find the way to your soul.
At Papa Murphy's, $10 Tuesday is about to be your new favorite day of the week. Every Tuesday, get any large pizza or build your own with up to 5 toppings for just $10. Tuesdays will never be the same. We make it, you make it. Papa Murphy's.
At Anytime Fitness, we know that healthy doesn't happen on its own. It happens with the right help.
At the right times.
In the right ways. With an ally who listens.
With coaching.
Team workouts.
And community. To help you get to your goals.
So let's do this thing, whatever that thing is.
Let's tune out this and turn up this.
And let's make healthy happen.
For you.
At Super One Foods, you'll find more than just low prices and better choices. You'll find friendly faces like ours, working hard to save you money.
Super One has a tireless commitment to quality and freshness and a goal of delivering 5-star service to every customer to bring the absolute best value to your shopping experience. Check out these specials available at all Super One locations going on now.
So stop into the Super One Foods right in your neighborhood. Super One Foods, serving you with low prices and better choices.
Thursdays are very lucky at Black Bear Casino Resort. Hot seat drawings from 3 to 9 p.m. every Thursday with a chance to win $100 every 15 minutes. And you can win more than once. Visit BlackBearCasinoResort.com for more information. Make the Bear your place.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
Dear road rivals, charging extra for Apple CarPlay? Not in my lane. To get Apple CarPlay in a Honda CR-V can cost a lot more. In a RAV4, it's standard. Get with it, RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Save big on remaining 18, 19, and 20 boats at Ray's Sport and Marine.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers has signed an executive order creating a nonpartisan commission on redistricting.
It's being called the People's Maps Commission. The idea is to have regular residents draw impartial legislative maps for the state. It's in response to allegations of gerrymandering in the state. Governor Evers, joined by Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes and Attorney General Josh Cull in a news conference Monday, said this is vital to the integrity of the electoral process.
The commission now has the power to draw the maps, but the Republican-controlled legislature has the power to approve them. GOP leaders have already voiced their opposition to the committee, calling it a sham.
All right, Kelly's here to talk about sports. Basketball out there tonight?
Basketball, Timberwolves in action down at the Target Center. How they honored the legacy of Kobe Bryant, plus how they did against the Kings.
What are you thinking?
Thinking about burger, fries, and some pie.
You know it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, then bring the pie first.
It's back and better than ever. Hurry in today for Perkins Burger, Fries, and Pie Combo. For a limited time, enjoy any burger, crispy fries, and a slice of our famous pie. It's dinner, dessert, and a deal. Only at Perkins.
Buying a car is a big deal.
We get that. At Washke's, we're not here to sell you a vehicle. We're here to help you find your vehicle.
Trade up to a new vehicle during Washke's Trade-In and Trade-Up event. We have over 300 vehicles to choose from. To keep up with demand, we're paying top dollar for your trade. Trade in, trade up, and save now at Ken Washke Auto Plaza in Virginia or online at washkevirginia.com.
When I went to Aspen Dental, they asked me, what's wrong? I go, I had rotting teeth in my mouth. My fiance hadn't seen me smile in 10 years. I have a child on the way here in the next 5 months. I would like to be able to smile in his first picture when he's born. They said we can do that. If I would have known that I was going to be 50 times happier with dentures, I would have fixed it before.
At Aspen Dental, we're all about yes. Like yes, dentures start at $3.99 per arch. And yes to a 90-day denture money-back guarantee. Don't wait. Book at aspendental.com or call today.
Years fly by. Your retirement date keeps getting closer. Rather than spending another year worrying about retirement, get a second opinion on your financial strategy. Let us answer your questions and show you how tax reduction strategies can benefit your retirement. Go to mpplfinancial.com to download our free tax reduction checklist. Then call MPPL Financial this week for a complimentary second opinion consultation. A second opinion could be your best 2020 financial investment.
Vaping has been declared a national epidemic among youth. 1 in 3 high schoolers vape in northeastern Minnesota.
My child started having seizures from vaping. There's still so many unknown chemicals.
One vape cartridge has as much nicotine as at least 2 packs of cigarettes.
My child was hospitalized with severe lung injuries.
They said it was no big deal.
My child said it was no risk.
That it was under control.
That's what my child said. But what could I have said? Get the facts and talk to your child today.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmunds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company, Homes by Edmunds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS3.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3.
Tonight at 10, we'll be out here in the storm.
For up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Stay away from here.
Live local weather coverage on CBS3 Duluth. Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
There aren't really many words left to be said that haven't already been said about Kobe Bryant, who passed away suddenly and shockingly yesterday afternoon. Bryant, 41, and his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, were killed along with 7 others in a helicopter crash bound for Thousand Oaks, California, where Gianna was playing and her father was expected to coach. In mourning, teams around the NBA paid their tributes to his legacy. In New York City, Madison Square Garden changed its exterior and interior lights to purple and gold. They also lit a Lakers logo and Bryant's 2 jersey numbers 8 and 24 on the court as they held a moment of silence and played a video tribute before the game. Now, fans all around the country wore Kobe Bryant jerseys in support of the 5-time NBA champion as well. Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo was close with Bryant, having worked out together privately multiple times. He met with the media today.
You know, this Kobe's 2 different people, basketball player and the person off the court. You know, he always had that smile, he always had that charisma that he carried with, and I think he touched a lot of people in the world. Touched my family, touched a lot of families that never had a chance to meet him, and it's a sad day.
of teams paid tribute during their games, and the Timberwolves and the Sacramento Kings were no exceptions tonight. The teams down at Target Center took 8 and 24-second violation calls to start the game tonight. That's in remembrance of Bryant's jersey numbers as an LA Laker. As for how the rest of the game went, the Timberwolves do fall after blowing a significant 17-point lead in the fourth quarter in overtime to the Sacramento Kings, 131-129 the final. Downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota, the marquee at Target Center was honoring the memory of Kobe and his daughter as well, where the Timberwolves faced Sacramento earlier tonight. Head coach Ryan Saunders spoke out on Bryant's legacy as well.
It's one of those things one of those moments that you always remember where you are when news like that hits. He was the, the standard of, work, the standard of competitiveness, and just the example, him on the court when no matter what he endured, he was always going to find a way to push through. I mean, our thoughts and prayers obviously go out to, the Bryant family. I can't imagine, the pain of losing Gianna as well.
Meanwhile, it was quite the exciting weekend of hockey over at Amsoil Arena. A sold-out crowd on Saturday night and a split series with one of the best teams in the entire country. That just so happens to be one of the Bulldogs' biggest rivals in the University of North Dakota. After Friday night's comeback 7-4 win over the Fighting Hawks, the Bulldogs drew a crowd of 7,771 fans on Saturday night. That's a new Amsoil record. Despite a narrow 3-2 loss that night, goaltender Hunter Shepard set an NCAA record in his 105th consecutive career start, rather. Next up, the Bulldogs' tough schedule continues. They're at Denver this weekend. That is going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health St. Mary's Medical Center, proud to serve as the Northland's only adult Level 1 trauma center.
Stop by your local Super One Liquor for all your party and gathering needs. With locations throughout the Northland and northern Wisconsin, Super One Liquor has a commitment to delivering outstanding service, variety, and top quality wines and spirits. And don't forget the massive variety of ice-cold beer and beverages, all at the low prices you've grown to expect. Visit superoneliquor.com anytime to view our weekly ads and in-store specials.
So stop by your local Super One Liquor store. Come for the service. Leave with the savings.
At Anytime Fitness, we know that healthy doesn't happen on its own. It happens with the right help.
At the right times.
In the right ways. With an ally who listens.
With coaching.
Team workouts.
And community. To help you get to your goals.
So let's do this thing. Whatever that thing is.
Let's tune out this. And turn up this.
And let's make healthy happen.
For you.
It's the extreme deal of the day. Call now and get fast internet for less than $20 a month. If you ever thought about switching internet providers, the time to do it is now. For a limited time, you can get Access Internet 60 with speeds up to 60 meg and in-home Wi-Fi for only $19.99 a month for 1 year. Plus, there's no contract to sign. This is your chance to get real high-speed internet without the high price. Call 855-330-4175 today.
Here at Angie's Closet, we are a women's consignment boutique that carries a variety of women's clothing in all shapes, sizes, and styles that are friendly on your wallet. Come let Angie and her team style you from head to toe in an outfit that is just your style. We feature name brands like Calvin Klein, Kate Spade, J. Crew, and more. Come see why women from all over the country say this is the best consignment boutique they have ever shopped. Stop in today at Angie's Closet, located on Tower Avenue in Superior, Wisconsin.
Wherever we have to go.
We've just flown along the coastline.
Whatever we have to do.
Tonight, police were throwing the first round of tear gas.
Every evening, we are focused.
This is the main highway to the hardest hit areas.
On finding and telling the truth.
How does that hamper or hurt our national security?
Even among the ashes, you can see the signs of deforestation.
And earning your trust.
You traveled the whole way with your son?
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for $1 suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
All right, Dave. I know what you're going to tell me.
It's dark?
No sun. Yes. Yes, it's dark out, everyone.
And no sunshine for the
And
next
no
week, except for
sunshine.
one day. We'll show you that day with our extended forecast. Sunday gets a partly sunny sky and a high temp of 34. So that warm spell that's been with us for a while will be with us for the most part for the week ahead. The exception will be tomorrow morning and Wednesday morning when some towns could be in the single digits. Otherwise, it is warmer than the normal of 20. Precipitation-wise, we get some slight chances tomorrow and again perhaps for Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for joining us.